Hey, what's up YouTube? I'm out here making another video. Going to talk about my engine. It's back from the machine shop. It's done. And then I'm going to go into the T56 that I'm putting in the G35. Let me show you something real quick. I went out and cut part of this firewall out. And the reason I did that was because I own another G35. And the guy I bought it from, he had an LS motor in it already, and according to him, when you cut this off, it gives you a lot more room. Pretty much I just followed it down. You got to leave this right here. This is for your battery case, and then just follow the line right here. It's pretty, can't go push on it too hard. I cut it off with a cutoff wheel because you will hit the wire harness back here, so you got to do it slow. You don't want to hit that wire harness. I've seen a lot of G35s out there, and they have the LS motor in it with that piece back there, but so it seems to be the engine fits in there anyways. But like I said, I have another G35, and the guy I bought it from had an LS motor in it, and he recommended to cut that out. And so I just grinded it down, hit it with my welder, a few tack welds, and made it look clean. Hopefully next video I make, I'll have this engine compartment completely done and detailed. Another thing that I should mention, I'm not sure why they did this, but in the back here on the wire harness, it was just full of garbage, leaves, dirt, anything you can imagine was back there. It just seems to be a place to trap dust and moisture and trash. So, but yeah, I cut that out. Should be more room. We'll see. Okay, here's the LS 5.3. This is out of a 2003 Chevy Tahoe. Everything was rebuilt new. You don't have to build this engine all new. For the purpose that what I'm doing with this G35, I wanted everything new. But there's a lot of guys that get these engines out with 120,000 miles and cam them and just put a cam in them and a better intake, and they seem to work just fine and do very well. But let me show you something right here. See this right here? 4.8 and 5.3. The reason it says that, and also says it here on the back, is because this is a 5.3. I know for sure because it's been opened and everything. But you cannot tell the 5.3 and the 4.8 apart. There's no way of telling them apart just from being in a vehicle, unless you can see on the vehicle it says it's a 5.3. The only thing that separates a 4.8 from a 5.3 is the stroke. That is it. The 5.3 has a larger stroke than the 4.8 because they share the same block. The block is exactly identical. That's why they put 4.8 and 5.3 on both of them, because it's an identical block. The only difference is that the 5.3 has a larger stroke. The stroke on the 5.3 is 96 millimeters, and on the 4.8 it's 83 millimeters. That is the only difference. And the only way you can tell them apart is if you take the head off, and the 4.8 has a flat top piston. The piston is just totally flat. Totally flat. The 5.3 has a dish where it looks like a plate. The top of the piston looks like a small little plate, where the 4.8 is totally fat. That is the only way you can tell these apart. I mean, unless you have a book that tells you the serial numbers. I haven't gotten into that, so I don't have one. But that is the only difference. And as far as power, I see a lot of guys out there making a ton of power over these 5.3s. But I also see guys out there with 4.8s making tons of power. For example, there's a guy on YouTube. He takes a stock bottom junkyard 4.8 out of the junkyard, just totally stock, cleans it up, puts it back together, puts some good heads. He put some pretty expensive heads on there, some Texas Speed heads, LS6 intake. I mean, he put some good stuff on top, but he does 605 rear wheel horsepower on a Datsun. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, and then there's another guy on there on YouTube, has a 5.3, and he turbocharges it, and he does 8s at the quarter mile on a Monte Carlo. I mean, I'm going to put up all these links so you guys can look them up and watch those videos too. They're pretty cool to see. But as far as what I got here, I got a 5.3 with an LS6 cam. It's got 243 heads. Here's the casting number, 243. There's also 241, which are 243 and 241 are LS1 and 2 heads that are in the Corvettes. What I'm building here is trying to be equivalent to a 2006 Corvette. I want it pretty much stock and a little better than stock, but just pushing over 400 horsepower. That's all I'm shooting for. But like I said, it's got 243 heads, LS6 cam, LS9 head gaskets, because these head gaskets are a lot better for a boost if I decide to turbo it later, you know. But as far as the heads go, these 243s, 241s are all over eBay. Your average price $150, $200 for each, for the set, or $100 each, depending what you find on there. But as far as these heads, the reason I got these, like I said, they're Corvette heads. They flow a lot better than the stock heads. The stock heads that were on it are these right here. I think the number on them is 862. These are just stock heads, totally stock. But those were the ones that were on there. Like I said, 243, 241 are the Corvette heads. And if you find a 5.3 in the newer trucks, I believe it's 2010 and up, they have the same heads exactly like these Corvette heads, but the casting number on that one is going to be 799. So if you get lucky and you find a 5.3 out of a truck with heads that are 799, that's the same as these 243 heads. They flow the same. They're just as good, but you know, like I said, they're hard to find. But if you're looking to buy them, like I said, 243, 241, and 799 on the truck heads are the same as the Corvette heads. Okay. Let's see what else I can tell you about this engine. Let's get into the heads. Okay. The heads here, you find them on eBay. They flow a lot better. You can, if you find the machine shop, they'll build them for you, and they flow a lot better stock like this than any other stock head. Now, you can pour them and polish them. You're going to have to find somebody to do that, or unless you can do it yourself. I haven't gotten into that. But there is some places that you can get them polished and ported. For example, you can take the stock heads here, take these stock heads here, send them to places like Texas Speed, back in Texas, or if you can find somebody, and they will make them even better than this. They will polish them, port them, put bigger valves, do everything you can imagine. It's a little expensive. It's probably $750 for each head. So you're looking at $1,500, which is quite a bit of money. But to me, it's definitely worth it. Another thing that I found is quick flow. The quick flow heads. They got a. Is it quick flow? I believe it's quick flow. They got a head package. No, it's Dart. I'm sorry, Dart heads. For example, Summit has a kit, and I'm sure Jegs has it too. According to that kit, you can put that kit on pretty much a stock 5.3 and produce 550 horsepower. The kit is $2,200. It comes with heads, a cam, lifters, push rods, the whole top end for this. That seems like a good deal. Like I said, I got another G35 that I'm going to build next. I might go that route. And if I do, and when it gets to that, I'll probably make a video about that too. But that seems like a pretty good deal on that. As far as Jegs, I was looking, I mean, maybe I need to look more, but all the heads that Jegs sells on there are real good deals. They're real good prices. The problem is they're LS3 heads. LS3 heads will not fit on a 5.3 or a 4.8 because they're set up for 6.0 and up, which has a 4-inch piston. Every one of those heads, and it's a good deal. I think it's $1,360 for a set of polished, ported, complete heads on Jegs. But like I said, they're for 4-inch piston and up, and 5.3, 4.8, and LS1 and LS2, the pistons are under 4 inches. Pistons on this one are 3, 7, and 8 inches. It's the same for the 4.8. Like I said, the only difference between the 4.8 and the 5.3, the only is the stroke. That is it. That the 5.3 has a larger stroke, and that's it. So anything anything 4 inches and over, when you read on that, the heads, if it's for a 4-inch piston, it will not work on a 5.3, 4.8, or LS1, which is a 5.7. Let's see what else I can get into about this engine. As far as the intake, not sure what I'm going to do with the intake, what I'm going with. I know I don't want to, at the least, I'm going to go with maybe an LS2, LS1 intake, the stock Corvette intake, but I'm thinking of going aftermarket. The same with the wire harness, not sure if I'm going to go, I'm pretty sure I'm not going stock. I'm going to go with an aftermarket. I haven't figured out which ones, but when I do, like I said, I will make a video so everybody can see what I'm doing here. What else can I get into here? That's about it. Let's go over here. Here I got is, what I was going in here is the T56. This is the transmission that is in every Dodge Viper, Corvette, awesome new Camaro, every Challenger. This is the 6-speed that everybody wants. This is out of a 99 Camaro. I was lucky when I went to buy it. The guys, they had it in the car, so I got to see it running and working, so I knew it worked and it runs perfect. The only thing, the T56 from 1993 to 2017, as far internally, is the same. The difference between 1993 and 2002 is that it's on the LT1 Camaro. And the LT1 is pretty much a Chevy 350 all souped up with all the fuel injection and better everything else, you know, the last year of that 350. But this is the thing. People are going to sell you these and tell you they will fit on an LS motor. They will not work on an LS motor stock. And I'll explain how you can make them work. This right here is all stock. I got lucky. Mine had the number on it right here. If you got that number, then you know that this will work on with an LS1. But the reason I took everything, I got every single thing part of this, the original bell housing, the transmission bracket, all the power brake, the power clutch lines, everything. I took everything because this transmission right here, in stock form like this from 93 to 2002, will bolt right on to any Chevy 350. From 67 all the way to 85 or wherever they stop making them. So this transmission complete right here in this form will work with any classic car. It'll bolt right on to Chevelles. If you got a Chevy engine there, Chevelles. You can put it in Camaros, 67 through 81, no problem. You can put it in Novas. This right here, all this right here, in this form will work perfect for that. So if you guys are looking to build an old Camaro, an old Chevy, you can keep all. If you can find it like this, you can use it with a 350, 454, 396. It'll bolt right on. That's why I took it in case next time I build another Camaro or work on a Camaro. Okay, the only way this T56 from 93 to 2002 will bolt on to an LS1 motor is you got to buy the front transmission plate right here. This is it right here, and you get it from a company called Rockland Standard Gear. Rockland Standard Gear. Like I said, I will be putting I will be putting on at the end of this video. You'll get all the where you can click to Rockland Standard Gear and you can look at them. Here is the other way if you do not have the sticker to know if this will work. Here's the shaft for the LS series of motors. This shaft is too short. You need this longer shaft. This whole kit comes together from Rockland Standard Gear. If you do not have the tag, you have to take the plate off and count the teeth. It has to be 31 spline right here. This has 31 teeth. If you count each one, 31 teeth. And when you take that off, and if this smaller shaft has 31 teeth, then you got the right T56. So if you're going to buy one of these, make sure that has 31 gears in there, because if it doesn't, then it's just another mess. But Rockland Standard Gear sells this whole kit right here for just over 500 bucks. It's a lot of money, but hey, that's what it takes. So you buy this from Rockland Standard Gear, you change it out right here, put this in. If you guys can see the difference. So this has this is only going to have the 2 lines that go to the power bunch and all that. You change this out, and it's pretty simple. I'm not going to show you how to do it because there's another guy on there on YouTube, and if you look him up, he's under LT1 T56 conversion for LT1 transmissions. He has a pretty good video where he shows you every single step to do this. He's got 2 videos, so that's why I'm not going to do it and show you. I'm just going to end up doing it some other time, and you can go to that guy, and he's out of Dallas, I believe. He'll tell you, he'll show you exactly how to do this. Doesn't seem that difficult, but it seems pretty simple. What else about this? Okay, as far as the bell housing, like I said, that stock stuff will not work. The bell housing that I was looking at, the complete kit is through JEGS. It's called the T56 Super Magnum Installation Kit, LS engines. It's with a 6-bolt flange. And what the 6-bolt flange is right back here. You're going to see 7 because one of them is for a stud to go in here, but that's a 6-bolt flange back there. That kit runs a little under $1,000. It's expensive. It's totally complete. But once you switch out this and you get that kit, it's totally complete. Has everything. Then you can marry this transmission to the LS1 here. Okay. It seems like a lot of money, but if you want one of these brand new, just like this, without the shifter, is $3,000. Complete. You can go through American Powertrain and get a complete transmission with every single thing you need just to bolt it on into your old Camaro or probably into this G35 complete. You're looking at about $5 grand. I paid $1,850 for this one. Probably gonna have another 15, and so I'm gonna be in at about $3,000 no matter what. But it'll be with everything. So I would save myself about $2,000. But all this stuff I could sell probably and get some of that money back, but I'm gonna keep it in case in the future I build another Camaro, or if I ever get back onto my Firebird that I've had since I was in high school, maybe I'll use it for that. But once you marry these two together with all these new parts, I'm putting it in the Infiniti G35. All this stuff will fit right into any Camaro, old Camaro, Chevelle, GTO, all that stuff. They sell the motor mounts for it, and they're a lot cheaper. As far as the motor mounts and everything that I'm going to go put in this to make this work, I haven't ordered it yet. I'm pretty positive I'm going to go with Siki, but Siki has a real nice kit that I like. Seems really well done, very professional. CX Racing has a kit. The CX Racing kit, it's solid motor mounts. It doesn't seem like a bad kit, but it's a lot cheaper. I think the whole kit is $1,700 complete, and that's everything you can think of: headers, full exhaust to marry to the stock exhaust on the G35. Who else? But as far as the Siki kit, I'm going to go with that kit just because I like the way it's designed. And as far as this transmission here, it comes with headers, the pipes to match up to the stock exhaust there. It comes with a shifter. That's pretty neat. It comes with a shifter already that you both take this out and bolt on, and it's about this much longer. So the shifter with this transmission will be in the stock location hole of that G35 right there, which is a 6-speed. So that's what I'm probably going to go with, Siki. As far as the bell housing, I told you what kit I was going to get. Rockland Standard Gear has a kit too. I haven't talked to them to ask them what their price is, but I'll be calling them too, Rockland Standard Gear, and seeing what price they can give me. But as far as right now, I'll probably go with JEGS, that T56 Magnum. This right here, I'll be probably cleaning it up some more, cleaning it real good, painting it, putting all the serpentine stuff back on it, you know what I mean? But like I said, 243, 241, and the truck heads are the same as the Corvette head, $799. Like I said, gonna try and get 450 horsepower in this thing. Trying to think of anything if I'm leaving out that I can get into about this. Right now, it's got a stock oil pan. That Siki kit comes with an oil pan that's just like the stock oil pan that was on the G35, so it falls right in. The motor mounts, it comes with Their basic kit is $2,200, which would be the motor mounts, the shifter, the headers, the pipes to connect to the stock exhaust. What else is in that kit? You can look it up, but they have one for $3,000. I haven't called them to ask them what it is, but they got that one for $3,000. I believe is complete, where it has every adapter for the fuel lines, every adapter for the power steering lines, and every adapter to completely put this engine in. But like I said, I'm gonna go into all this, and as soon as I get my Sicky kit and my intake kit, or even if I just get the Sicky kit and the bell housing kit, I will be making another video to show you guys what it looks like and how it's going to go together. Meanwhile, I'll be working on this, painting this up, getting it ready, putting the serpentine stuff, and then I want that engine compartment completely done by the time I make the next video. But that's it, and thanks for watching. Please subscribe and keep following, because like I said, I'm going to finish this car. I have no choice. This is what I'm doing, and it's going to get done.